name is Michelle Odom, and I am one of the co-hosts along with Randie Henderson. This session runs from August 19th until October 14th, 2014, and we are reading Alice Walker's book, We Are the Ones We've Been Waiting For, Inner Light in a Time of Darkness, Meditation. Our book group meets each Tuesday evening from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Google Plus Hangouts on Air platform. You can find the National Black Feminist Book Group on Google, YouTube, and Facebook. Please feel free to join us in reading our story together.
My name is Georgette Moses. I'm watching I'm not watching, I'm participating here from Columbia, South Carolina. And I'll be moderating tonight, and I'm enjoying this experience as usual.
Great.
Labeeb.
Hi, I'm Labeeb. I'm tuning in from New York, Long Island. Again, I'm finally back, and I'm happy to be back to participate in tonight's discussion.
Okay. Venita.
My name is Venita Walker. I've been a member of the book group since session 1, which was very stimulating. And I look forward to session 2. I'm actually chiming in from Connecticut, in case anybody's interested. Okay.
All right. And last but not least, Michelle.
Hello, everybody. I am Michelle Odom, and I am joining you from New York. I'm in Manhattan today, in the Big Apple.
All right. Tonight we'll be discussing Chapter 2, Childhood, and Chapter 3, When Life Descends into the Pit, of our book, We Are the Ones We Have Been Waiting For, Inner Light in a Time of Darkness, Meditations, by Alice Walker. Would somebody like to read number 3?
Sure. One of the themes this novel explores is the pit sexuality has fallen into. It is a catastrophe. The most basic expression of self-love and love of others continues to be suppressed and maligned, feared, and misused. Our human sexual integrity has been stripped of physical and spiritual power because of the genital cuttings, sewings, rape, AIDS, and the fear of disease, gender abuse of all kinds, and the thorough domination of women and girls over much of the earth.
Okay, can you read the first question? Well, we hear you.
Oh, Michelle's not there. Okay. Do you agree that human sexuality has fallen into the pit?
Yes.
Well, thank you, Michelle. Yes.
Okay, you want to elaborate?
All right, well, do you?
Don't make me laugh, girl. Well, can we see your face? Can we be, graced with your presence? Thank you.
Do I agree human sexuality has fallen into the pit? Absolutely. And I think it's a terrible, terrible shame. Again, where she talks about the theme in her book, the Mundo tribe, and the idea of wanting to kiss where others cut, was, I don't know, I like that concept. But yeah, I mean, as I said before, Venita lived through the free love generation. And
I was a girl. I said I was in a convent. I don't know where you were.
I hear denial.
Yes, I'm in denial. Yes, I am. Oh, yes, I was a part of all that. Don't talk about it, Randie.
I'm
And
Sim.
it was a wonderful thing. I mean, I really feel sorry for young people today because that whole HIV/AIDS thing really, really flipped the script.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we had some diseases back in the day, but you know, they weren't killer diseases.
Right.
And you know, and so I think that anybody that is being smart and self-protective and you know, just using their good sense, um, is being very, very careful these days about who they have sex with and how they have sex with them. You know, and it doesn't mean that you can't still find some pleasure because obviously that is still going on. But it's a very different environment. That is going to take me off into a tangent though, because on, to me, what was wrong with the free love movement is that um, it was physical. It was, you know, it was about physical sex. I do think that we are capable of loving many people and are meant to have many, many people in our lives. I don't think they're all meant to be physical sexual relationships. Um, but I think that as a part of our evolution as a people, we needed to go through that free love period to develop an understanding about how empty that could be. Um, but I still think we are stuck in a place. You know, you guys have heard me talk about how I feel about ownership, the concept of owning, you know, your lover, your the people in your life. I still think we're stuck in that place where we're not allowing, in too many cases, we're not allowing the people that we love to get all of the love that they need to be healthy and whole because we're so worried that it is going to be a physical love that they get instead of the sort of abundant spiritual love that I think we need.
Well, can I make a comment on that one, please?
Okay.
Sure, Miss Free Love.
I'm gonna say, I'm just saying, it was good while it lasted. Then later on, in the 80s, that's when you start finding spiritual stuff. Like love connection, the beat of the mind, to get to know somebody. But it was good while it lasted. And oh, I'm sorry, Randie.
Yes, it was.
Oh, it's okay.
Girl, I get the flashback. But yeah, girl. But you know, I agree with Michelle because if AIDS was prevalent in the 60s and particularly in the 70s, all the 50-something age group would be dead. At least 90% of us. Those people. I'm sorry, Randie. 90% of people.
Those people that were not in convents.
Not the convict. They be gone by now, Randie. Okay. So that's all I have to say about that. We're in 2014 now, and you have to actually, it's very wise to get to know a person, develop relationships, you know, and all the other happy stuff before you think about getting physical, period. And it really should have happened then. But as Michelle said, those people needed to go through that to make them the wonderful people that they are today, Randie.
Okay, Venita.
Look at G. And G, what you
G always gets real quiet. G always gets real quiet when we talk about sex.
Oh, Georgette.
Yeah, she get all quiet like. She was born in like 1987 or something. No, 1990. Come on, Jay.
Well, okay.
Oh, here we go. Well,
I cannot say that I was fortunate enough to experience free love because I had a strict mother and you could not come home. That was the mantra. You come home and you're pregnant, you're dead.
well, that's everybody's mantra. Everybody's mama was strict.
Yes.
But until the famous was full at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Yeah.
It was full. But everybody's mother was strict, though. Everybody had that same, do as I say, not as I do, the Virgin Mary and all that happy crap,
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
Yeah, but in New Jersey and Philadelphia, the freaks came out at 10 o'clock in the morning, not at 10 o'clock at night.
Not at night.
No. At 10 o'clock at night, you was in the bed, you was tired. Okay? Now, that's I'm not to get off the subject, Randie. This is for you, babe. I never understood the parents with the curfew thing. Curfew, I could be home by 7. I had my fun at 10 a.m., 11 o'clock. You all beautiful, 36, 22, 36. Anyway, back to the questions.
Okay.
Well, I want to hear from Randie. Randie, what is it like for someone your age these days? What do you do?
Yeah, what do you do?
And I think my generation, or like, well, Michelle, Shanice.
Yeah.
She is in my girl group. That's my Venita.
Yeah.
From school, so this is not a difficult conversation to sit through at all because we have the same ones. Anyway,
Hang with us, Randie. Hang with us. You'll learn it.
I think that has our human sexual integrity been stripped of the physical and spiritual power? Do you agree that I do think that human sexuality has fallen into a pit? I think that I don't know. I've experienced shame before dealing with sex. I have been a victim, and that's all I say. I don't want to. I feel like I've been a buzzkill tonight.
No.
Big girl talk. Big girl talk.
Yeah. So I've been a victim. I've been ashamed, and I'm just so over that now. And I think that sex, physical, sensuality, intimacy. It's so beautiful. I think that when you take the shame out of it, you are protected, and you are able to consent, and it's been premeditated, and you've gotten to know someone. I really do think, and I'm young, but I'm engaged, and I've been with the same boy since I was 15. And so I had a strict mama. She went on our dates with us for the first 2 years. So we had to learn how to be intimate without sex. Because you can't, you're not having, it's not going to happen. So the first 2 years, she was with us, really. So I think that really made me understand what it is to be close to somebody without the physical, and then to finally have the physical and not be ashamed of it. So I think, in a sense, our sexuality has fallen to a pit because people are so ashamed. You're not supposed to engage. You're not supposed to talk about sex. You're not supposed to have sex. Babies are here, but nobody wants to talk about how babies got here. Nobody really wants to talk about it. I'm so thankful for my mom because she was a teenage mom, and my grandmother, the one who passed, was very strict. She did not let them take abstinence classes. She did not let them do anything knowledgeable. And my mom was the baby. And so you got this 14-year-old girl who wants to know about sex, but her mom's not talking about it. And you got my dad, who's incredibly charming and 3 years older than her. You know, she may get pregnant, and that's what happened. And she did not want that to happen with us. And so she engaged with us in conversation very openly and honestly, not in like a friend type of way, but like, I'm gonna tell you what it is because I'm 22 and you're 8, so you gotta know you got here not too long ago. And so she was very open and honest, which has encouraged open and honesty for me and my friend groups. So I find it very difficult and very sad for people who lock up when they, it's difference between being private and not wanting to let everybody know, but people who are genuinely ashamed. And I think with shame comes violence, self-violence, projected violence, and internalized stuff that you ain't really talking about that's suppressed during sex. And so women find themselves having sex with everybody, if they, not just because it's their choice, but because they're trying to fill this void that they never really got to talk about because it was shameful. I think in that sense, that's a pit, a shame pit.
Okay.
I agree, Randie. I don't know.
Thank you so much last week, Randie.
What you say?
We missed you so much last week.
I hated it. I was so mad at my boss.
Oh.
I was so mad. I sent you the email, Michelle. You saw it. I was so mad. I was like, mandatory? I have to stay? It was horrible.
Yeah.
And then 8 to 7.
Thank you for the comment, Randie.
Thank you.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
It's nice that you're so open, with us about that, with the generation gap, because although there's a gap in our generation, we've all experienced the same things, believe it or not, just a different time. I've always been very open. With sex, and Michelle we're really into sexuality, and we're very open about that. I've always told my sons that sex is fabulous. That's why everybody does it. However, along with sex comes responsibilities. Okay? And that's how I've always put it across to them. And I'm very honest, about that. But yes, I've never told my sons, I want my sons to have good bodies, they have healthy minds. I want to feel good about it. Sex is good. Very good. But you have to be ready and mature and be able to accept the responsibilities of sex, in order to engage in those kind of wonderful activities. But I've never made it so sex is dirty, because there's nothing bad about sex. Sex is great. Okay. Anyway.
Well, I just want to say before we move on that I love, Randie, what you said about developing intimacy first before physical sex. And then, Venita, I love what you said about accepting and embracing your sexual being, because I think that is a part of the whole problem here with the dysfunctional relationships and the things we allow to happen to our young women and men. And we say nothing because we have this indoctrinated mindset that says, oh, well, they must have done something wrong to deserve it, or they weren't raised right. But what is being raised right? Accepting your body and all of its functions and basking in its glory the best way you know how, safely, without doing harm. You're an entire being. Experience that. So, yeah, we need to get out of that sexual pit. And it needs a lot of work. And a lot of people coming together and opening up their minds about whatever you were told before about sex.
Right.
If it's destructive, get rid of it. Go find your new path and enjoy yourself, even if it's just enjoying yourself, because I'm a proponent for masturbation.
All right.
Well, okay, I'm probably sharing too much. Your mind. But in my marriage, and I'm divorced now, no one told me, because I got married young, married first person I fell in love with, and didn't understand the your mind connected to the activity. So okay, we'll just do this. But how can you can't please the other person if you don't know how to please yourself?
There you
And
go.
Right.
so it
All
took
right
me
now.
getting divorced and then exploring my new sexual freedom
A
that,
whole
that
new
taught me a
world,
lot of
girl.
lessons. And I'm like, dang, I wasted so much time. Oh, I
Yeah.
could have blown your mind. But okay,
Yeah,
okay, let's
G.
move on.
Yeah. All right now. All right. That's right, girl. Now you wanna move. That's right. Did I say it, Randy? You hang around us, girl, you'll learn some stuff. You will learn some stuff, good stuff. Because we learned a lot of good stuff from you.
Yes.
All right, G. Freedom.
All
She's
right.
on the light,
So,
Michelle. She's on the light.
oh my goodness.